Good day, fellow South Africans. And, you know, corruption is basically what South Africa is known about now. And it doesn't just stop at government level. It goes right into some of the major companies like EOH. And I have been supplied information about EOH and Tombo, which is very, very interesting. Now, probably none of you will have heard of them, but let me tell you a bit about EOH and Tombo. EOH and Tombo, according to Bloomberg, provides consulting, technology, and outsourcing services in Africa and in the United Kingdom. It offers consulting services in the area of strategy and operations, information management and analytics, information risk management, process improvement, people changing management, ICT architecture and optimization, and digital, as well as program and project management and PMOs. The company also provides technology services in the area of enterprise applications, information analytics, and big data, information risk management, IT management and optimization, software development and integration, industrial technologies, energy infrastructure services, and digital. So, it's right up there with advanced African technology. Now, we know how that went with the planes. Now, if we have a look at who's on the EOH board, there's one white fella, an executive director, Stephen van Coller. Then we have Megan Piagiu, Tebogo Manicha. And I'm going to provide you links below this video so you can go and check this out for yourself. Zunaid Mayat, and then non-executive directors. Don't think there are any white people in that lot. So BEE is rampant in this organization. Now, why are we talking about EOH? Let me tell you. Microsoft, yep, that huge IT company in the USA, has terminated a long-standing partner agreement with JSE-listed technology services group EOH after an anonymous whistleblower filed a complaint about alleged malfeasance involving a South African Department of Defense software procurement deal with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Tech Central has seen correspondence that corroborates this and spoken to well-placed sources who say the whistleblower lodged the complaint with the SEC at the end of November 2018 under the US's tough anti-graft legislation, the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. At the same time, the whistleblower, through a firm of attorneys, wrote to Seattle, Washington, headquartered Microsoft's board of directors, asking it to investigate the matter and take appropriate action, the correspondence shows. The allegation sent on a contract worth 120 million rand, awarded to the Department of Defense in 2016 to the EOH subsidiary, EOH Mtombo. Now, they are apparently based out in Bedford View, in Osborne Lane. They have a business park, the EOH Business Park. Anyway, continuing. Following receipt of the letter, a Microsoft board committee, acting promptly on the allegations, hired Seattle law firm Perkins Cole to probe the matter. Tech Central can reveal that the whistleblower's complaint and the subsequent investigation by Perkins Cole led to an instruction by Microsoft to its South African subsidiary to terminate its agreement with EOH. A spokesman for Microsoft South Africa said on Monday that the company is legally precluded from commenting further on the matter. However, she emphasized that the decision to end the agreement with EOH was not taken lightly. She firmly denied that the recent resignation of Microsoft South Africa MD Zolb Hussen was in any way related to the EOH developments or the Department of Defense contract. TechCentral reported last Monday evening that Microsoft terminated its licensing solution provider and Microsoft partner network agreements with EOH and Tombo, leading to a 34% intraday collapse in the IT Services Group share price on Tuesday, as investors took fright amid a lack of reasons supplied by both parties for the decision. EOH has not said why Microsoft terminated the relationship with EOH and Tombo, while the software giant declined to provide reasons when contacted last week, citing confidentiality. However, TechCentral can now reveal for the first time that the Microsoft took the unusual step after the whistleblower reported allegations of corruption, the C word, in the software supply agreement between EOH and Tombo and the Department of Defense. The whistleblower claimed the government department overpaid Tombo to the tune of millions of dollars for Microsoft software licenses. You can see how endemic this whole corruption thing is. You know, BEE actually should just be called corruption. So when you say BEE, you should just think corruption, because that is it's happening all over South Africa, across a range of industries, right through government, right through politics, right through the bureaucracies. It's all BS, quite honestly. It is a complete takeout on the general population of South Africa by the well-connected. All right, I've had my little rant. Now let's keep on going. The whistleblower alleged that Microsoft was complicit in allowing EOH and Tombo to engage in a corrupt licensing transaction with the Department of Defense, or DoD. Among key allegations are that 1. The DoD concluded the deal indirectly through EOH, whereas it is typical for South African government agencies to procure software licenses directly from Microsoft. You can see what's going on here, can't you? Instead of going directly to Microsoft, they went through a mate or some well-connected government person, and they started creaming off the top. That's what's going on. Through EOH and Tombo offered a little by way of value-added services. It received a $5 million margin, where EOH received $8.4 million for the deal and Microsoft just $3.4 million. That's not a bad deal if you can get it. That's almost 60%. Well, that's about 60%, isn't it? Profit. I'm talking profit. When you don't do anything. All you're doing is providing the actual license to use Microsoft products. Something stinks there, that's for sure. EOH essentially made this massive sum for doing paperwork as a middleman for the deal, the whistleblower said in the letter to Microsoft's board. EOH allegedly made more in profit from the deal than Microsoft made in revenue. At the risk of stating the obvious, this amount of margin on a straight licensing deal was just a red flag for corruption, but it was also a cannonball shot across Microsoft compliance's bar that was ignored. EOH should have received between 1% and 3% of the amount owing for the supply of the software licenses, or between about $80,000 and $240,000 for related advisory services. Now let's remember they received $5 million. And guess who's paying for this? The taxpayer in South Africa. EOH and Tombo provided about 5,000 licenses less than promised, 15,000 versus the promised 20,000 to the Department of Defense, or DoD. The DoD agreed to pay the 3-year license renewal to EOH up front. A red flag for corruption, a former senior DoD official, whose name is known to TechCentral, is accused by the whistleblower of pushing the this payment through ahead of his retirement in 2017. There is, however, no direct evidence yet implicating the official in a corrupt act, and Tech Central has decided not to publish his name at this juncture. The deal was flagged to a compliance officer in Microsoft South Africa, but no action was taken by the company against EOH. The whistleblower suggested no action was taken because EOH was helping Microsoft at the time with a large $50 million plus contract with the South African Police Service, which is said to be the biggest ever such contract for the software company's local subsidiary. Asked to comment on the allegations, EOH Holdings CEO Stephen van Coller said via text message on Monday that he would confirm that EOH hired law firm ENS Africa last week to start reviewing all licensing contracts in the past 5 years with all public sector entities. Is this starting to smell like a dead fish? Van Coller said ENS was instructed to start with the Microsoft licensing contracts. ENS is continuing with this review and giving us regular updates. The allegations and a possible SEC probe are potentially very serious for Microsoft. Approach for comment specialist U.S. attorneys Andy Rickman and Chris Connors told Tech Central that U.S.-traded companies may face significant penalties, in some cases up to hundreds of millions of dollars, for violating the U.S. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. So what you have is one person working for Microsoft in South Africa who's in cahoots with this other mob, EOS, and there's this $5 million that has been misspent, and it's all being covered up as part of the process. And this could cost Microsoft hundreds of millions of dollars because of corruption in South Africa. It's absolutely amazing. Whistleblowers who report corruption relating to technology companies may receive 10 to 30% of the entire penalty levied upon the company by the US government, resulting in multi-million-dollar rewards, they said in emailed comments. Rickman and Connors specialize in getting rewards for whistleblowers who report corruption under a piece of legislation known as the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act. On Friday, EOH proactively initiated an internal investigation into EOH Mutombo's Channel Partner Business Unit. In a detailed statement to shareholders issued through the JSE Stock Exchange News Service, EOH said it was working with Microsoft to better understand the concerns and rationale for the action. Well, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that a $5 million profit on $3 million in actual trade, when you're just giving licenses to the Department of Defense in South Africa, there's something there that's horribly wrong. Following a recent fruitful meeting between EOH and Microsoft's leadership, Microsoft has advised that it is taking EOH's proposals under consideration of further review, EOH said. It said EOH was committed to ensuring ethical leadership throughout the group. Yeah, go figure. Bit late now. The horse has run. Among other initiatives, it has retained the services of ENS Africa to perform an independent, ongoing risk-based monitoring and oversight role in all the group's major public sector bids, contracts and engagements. The law firm has also overseen EOH's review of all material current public sector contracts to ensure that the governments relating to these contracts were adhered to. ENS Africa is also part of a broadened review of a large public sector licensing agreement, EOH said. The group said it was committed to zero tolerance to any impropriety and upholds the highest level of governance and ethical conduct. Oh my gosh. Let the figures speak for themselves. In a concise summary, Microsoft give EOH the exclusive agreement to offer licenses to use their software with the Department of Defense. Okay? Now, through that agreement, the Department of Defense pay EOH $8.4 million US. They're supposed to supply 20,000 licenses. They only supply 15,000 licenses. The amount of money paid to Microsoft for licenses actually provided is $3.4 million US. The money kept and somehow absorbed, and God knows where it went, was $5 million US in profit for EOH, or people involved in EOH, and God knows who they are. But I will provide you a couple of links below here where you can actually go and see who the board of EOH is, but I think this company is going to have a huge problem come next week on the stock exchange. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and also ring the bell so you get the updates, and have a great day. Bye for now. Just in closing, I will put a link down below to EOS's media page, and you'll see they make absolutely no reference to this issue they have right now regarding the scam with Microsoft. It's totally off the radar. It's totally ignored. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.